Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode and episode 3 of this first case trial. Oi, Lord help us here. This is game. Man, this last case is really going a long time, but let's go. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? What, Emma? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from a bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? Well, apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Spanish? No, well then again. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come to take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing one. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow on her slender neck many a time. I saw her that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does this mean? I mean, in the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing one. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horn. And sometimes, you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Whoo-wee! Again, I cannot do a Western voice. I don't even know what Western sounds like. And I'm in the West Coast. Whatever. I'd like to resume? Well, what's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, like... You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Ooh. That's a very orange man. Haha! He is very tan. I think he spent too much time in the tanning salon. Hoi! What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What kind of voice am I going to give him? I don't know. And they see what his caricature is. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? It's you! What's with these prolonged silences? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, sorry I'm late, Ajay. The roads were packed. It's just me. You know, I just picked that as a whim, and I think that actually works well. Ooh. Long time no see, eh, Ajay? How have you been? Swimming much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, schmizzy, Ajay, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Ajay seems to be the nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about your son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police? That's the chief of police? Oh my goodness. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gaunt, Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy hell. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't seeing things. When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. He really likes his prolonged silences, I swear, Jesus. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you called a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Ledgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. Oh, I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Oh, don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you've made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edwards at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Oh, come on, just hurry up and open it. Everyone's being a baby about opening it. I'm not doing this. Wow, this... The computer does it so slowly. Anyway, we need to open it, but first, I see this. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SO92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 Incident Fame. But it's strange. What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. Well, I never did. I swear I never did. Anyway, let's open this. Oh, don't scare me like that. Hey, I'm the one who's scared. Hey, look at this knife blade. The tip is broken. And this dark red stain. Blood? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us, Gant? About the split between the prosecutors and the police on this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. I hope I can keep his voice up. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Mr. Goodman. Anyway, that was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. I beg your pardon. There was a murder at the police department. A detective. That's hush-hush information, Urgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyway, we were at the department. Blech. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation, so don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim. I mean, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Oh jeez, this is weirder and weirder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me. Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now, not that. Why can't I continue on? There we go. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's lots of things that can go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that'll give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, right? Righto? Did she just call us Righto? Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? No evidence has stumped me. Oh god. Which is probably the problem. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something happened at the police department too, right? Oh, you got a good look in your eyes there, Otto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department, see? It's quite a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Ajay? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rato? I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, we already know theoretically where the victim was found and when he died. How about how he was killed? Well, how was the detective killed? Oh, excuse me. Oh, how was he killed? Well, now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing, with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence there. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I say that there's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Gunn, please tell us more about the incident. Well, it's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. That's not what I wanted. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And the knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Yeah, but I wasn't done yet. How can you say that there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the 2 murders together? Whatever it is, I better get to the bottom of this. And then we're back to this. I don't know. Well, we have to present something here. A connection to the SL9 knife and Goodman. And I call it SL9 because remember, there's a tag on it. It says SL9. And we remember from DL6, so this is a case whatever thingy-mabobber. I don't know what can connect the knife. I really don't know what could connect with the knife. Well, we do have a note from the victim, but that's not helpful. There is nothing here that proves a connection to the knife and Goodman. Not even this helps. 4-inch blade, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 PM, which is still phrased weirdly, but whatever. Well, I do know one thing. Lana purposefully hid that knife, so it has to mean something. The SL9 knife, it has to mean something. 1 second while I think. I have no idea. What the... Well, then the question is, what does this note mean from Mr. Goodman? I mean, 6-7... 6-75... 12... December 2nd. Wait a minute. Oh my god. I just realized it. Yes, the note found in the victim's car trunk. Oh, we can't do the whole 3D thing with this. Oh, that's crap. Anyway, it's big now, but see. 6-75 December 2nd. But what if you turn it around? I can't do it now because, well, the way it is, but it would then read February 21st, SL9. This connects it with the knife. Wait a second. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Archie? Oh, this is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. This is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12/2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9? Oh, that's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. And I think I know where to press next. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. We just proved a link, mister. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. To detective... Are you serious? I guess I had to present evidence. Never mind. No, it's linked. The question now is, what do I present? Do I present the knife? Or the note? Let's try the note. Never mind, not the note. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. And how exactly are they related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Great. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Maybe it was the knife. Okay, oh god, I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. I am in humongous trouble. I don't know. That is bad. Uh-oh. Let me press them again. If there's anything new, there's something new, but I'm not doing the talking again. Something happened, sharp, hungry, so anything happened. Informed, you didn't ask, don't matter. Not helpful. Same day. That's right, loss of words. Arrested a suspect. Yeah, but we already figured that out, how the victim was killed. Wait, is this where we decide? You know what, just for the hell of it, why don't we do this? I mean, since we're here again, where was the victim found? We're here anyway. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a sec, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen in the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. So I just asked the wrong question, god dang it. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Chief. Okay, so I just picked the wrong question, that's why. Ugh. Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Wrighto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same room. Indeed. Well, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victims at the police department. You see, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Well, can we get information unofficially then? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Well, if you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Uh... Ah! You know, you say you can't give us a name. And I think name is the most important thing here. Detective Goodman has an ID badge card, remember? And it has an ID number on it. That's obviously for the police department to know who goes where. So if the victim was a detective, what's his ID number? That way we just cross-reference with the system and doing, we got it. Okay. Then how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Well, sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it's from that. Of course not. She won't tell me their name after all. You see, we keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. Oh, that's not helpful at all then, never mind. The number is 584-2189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these, it drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 584-2189. You know, I just thought of something really crazy. A murder at 5:15. Death with a knife. It sounds exactly like Detective Goodman. So what are the chances that this number is Mr. Goodman's? Oh god. So Detective Goodman was killed twice. At the same time in 2 different places. What the hell? Yeah, but I don't know where this is going. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Exactly. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? It tells me that I need a drink first. Wow, this trial is going on so long. Oh lord. Anyway, I know what I want. Witness. Well, what is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with guns blazing like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is this yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And? This means what exactly? Huh? Wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this... What does it mean? That's what I want to know too. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto! Sharp as a tack! But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible! So what was sane if the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location? Order! Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second while they know to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Now wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me, Worthy? The oversight? The grave error? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news? Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Oh, wait! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got to report, sir. You don't mean him! According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me! He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right here on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? It's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Ooh, pardon me. Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does that mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Ugh! The connection was just proven by Wrighto over there. So good job, Wrighto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all these rumors. You were leaving in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment is for this, I hope for your sake it is not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Oh, and we're done with this. Oh, God. 3 episodes for this trial. 4 episodes for an investigation. 3 episodes for a trial. My God. This is gonna be a long case, I can tell you that. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm gonna call an end to this video for obviousness. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Let me recover my voice. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow if I'm not busy. I'll see you guys later. Bye, people.